Hello my makeup loving friends, how's it going? Welcome back to my channel, or if you are new here, hi, don't leave me. I need new friends. My name is Teresa and today we're not doing anything wildly different. We are just looking at the Made by Mitchell mini pigment palette, or whatever it is that he's calling it. Yeah, Mini Mitchell Volume 1. And I also have all 6 of his blushes. Terrible name. But if you want to see them swatched and see how I created this look and get an overall review, then this is the video for you. Do please keep on watching. Do I hate myself for buying these? Yeah. But I mean, at any given moment, I kind of am filled with a certain amount of self-loathing, like any decent Irish Catholic. So, kind of is what it is. I'm going to swatch the blushes now. Ugh, who names them that? Mitchell, apparently. So I have all 6 of them. He's apparently coming out with some bronzers soon. Now, I got these a while ago. I just haven't been bothered to do anything. So I'm going to swatch them. The first one is Cherry Cola. Cherry Cola! That's quite a Buffy looking bee. It looks like the bee that they did for Buffy. I'm not making a lot of sense. I'm very tired. Next one we have then is, where's the SPF? Can you tell what it is that I'm going to spell out? Then we have Sweet Cheeks. Do I have enough forehead space? I always think of that, oh, what's his name? The American guy. And he has this thing about like drawing out letters like a big ass B. Doesn't matter. Does not matter. Then we have Posey Rosey. I am so all over the place today. Can't even focus on that. There you go. We have Mango Daiquiri, which is the one I'm most excited about. And the last one then is Peach Sugar. That's right. This is my passive aggressive way of saying, Mitchell, it's blush, not blursh. Blush. It did come in like a nice little bag that I don't know what I'm going to do with it. I hate all of this like unnecessary packaging. But I also got the mini palette, which I'm obviously going to swatch for you guys as well, because that's what we're here for. I do find it funny that on the back it says neutral mattes, pops of blue and vibrant pinks. We don't need pops of blue. Yeah, I have it. What is wrong with me? Anyways, let's remove the plastic because I'm good. And this is what it looks like. So we are now going to swatch it. I'm going to go with the first row here. And this is what it looks like on my fingers. We know I like the green. Like, I'm like, ugh. So this is Snow Cone. This is Walter's box. Who is Walter and why do you have his box? Give it back, Mitchell. Give it back. I don't really watch Mitchell. I don't know much about his content. And this is Appetite. Oh, green. I like green. I enjoy it. Then we're on to the next 3 shades. We have, I mean, this is what they look like. You're welcome. Look at my big pudgy sausage fingers. Camera can't focus on my beauty. Just it is what it is. We have Shy Tie. Don't know if I'm pronouncing it that right. We have Halfway. And we have Sour. Like how I feel towards Mitchell. Oh, I don't know what's wrong with me today. Will I even post this? Who knows? Who knows? God, I can't even speak today. And this is the next 3 shades. We have Mermaid. That is nice, to be fair. We have Cocoa Pop. Oh God, I love Cocoa Pops. I haven't had those in years. And we have Wa Pink. So yeah, those are the swatches. I've literally no idea what it is that I'm going to do with these. Like, none. I'm a bit confused, a bit tired, and I'm already just giving excuses as to why this is not going to work out. But if you want to see what I do, and obviously see a review, then keep on watching. So this is the eye look that I came up with. It's pretty simple, but I wanted to use as many colours as possible. I have obviously primed this eyelid, and just FYI, I have some weird dry skin and I may have picked it off, and that's why you're going to see a bit of a bump on my skin, but what else. I am using the Jessup JE10, and I am actually going to start off with the lighter shade. So I'm going to go into Walter's box first, which What is that meant to mean? I have kind of put this through a colour switch, so just in case you're wondering. And I'm just going to pop that on there. Okay, so when I bought this a while ago, but you know me, I'm terrible and just keep procrastinating, or I was like, here's other things that's more interesting to feature on my channel, and that's why I haven't talked about it up until now. I can't see myself buying any more Mitchell stuff, not because I think the quality is bad, but I just, I don't know, I didn't like, you know, that he upped his prices and wasn't transparent about why he had upped his prices. Like, if it was down to Brexit or whatever, fair enough, but just like communicate it, it would have been helpful. So yeah, this will probably be my last kind of Mitchell review video. I'm using the same brush again, and I'm going into halfway. It is halfway. Meet me halfway. Meet me halfway, Mitchell, and be more transparent about your stuff. But yeah, no, I'm not going to get into it and be all like shady and like meh, because I feel like I've been quite whingy or whatever recently, and I just don't want to go down that route. Don't think that's good for me. So I'm just packing that on there and attempting to blend it out. I normally start off with the darker shade first, so this is kind of a bit different for me, but I kind of don't hate it. It's going over the bumpy skin pretty well, which is good to see. So well done, Mitchell, well done. Like, this is obviously the first time I'm using this, but I've used his 2 other palettes. I will put the videos down below in the description box if you are interested. I hope you are, otherwise I'm wasting my time. My valuable time. Same brush again, and I'm being a renegade now and going into Cocoa Pop. Oh my god, I love Cocoa Pops. I have this memory of when I was in college that we went, myself and my friends went to an Andrew Maxwell gig. He is a comedian, and it finished at like 1 in the morning. We went to go back home, but we were like, oh, we're kind of hungry, and we felt the need to get Cocoa Pops, but we had no Cocoa Pops in the house, so we just ended up in Tesco, which used to do 24 hours. Like, they used to be open 24 hours way back, you know, when economies had money and there was a thing. So we ended up there, and just at 2 in the morning just buying Cocoa Pops. It must have looked so insane. None of us were drinking, because none of my friends drink, or at least they drink very little. So yeah, must have been very odd for anyone who was onlooking. They must have been like, what is going on there? You can see that blends pretty well. Just bringing that up and swishing it about, just taking a teeny down a bit more. Again, blendy. And what I'm going to do now is take this same brush again, and I'm going into the shade Shy Tai or Shay Tai. I'm not sure how I'm meant to pronounce that. And I'm just going to pop that kind of on top to kind of give it a bit more kind of warmth. And I'll go in again with Cocoa Pop because, well, I can do what I want. You can kind of see it blends pretty well. What I'm going to do now is cut the crease. I'm going to do that off camera because frankly you don't need to see that. And I'm also going to put on, I have like a glitter, like a gold glitter, and it's from Collection, and it is 3 Funk. So I'll come back when I have all of that done. So this is where we're at so far. It's looking super neutral, which obviously is not me. So I'm taking this Jessup 237 and I'm going into the shade Apple Tight, which, okay, like, I mean, I love a green, so obviously had to use it. The pigment is pretty darn good. So I'm just gonna pop that in here. You can see I didn't have to kind of put too much onto it. I will say though, this is such a great brush for like shading in and packing on your colours. Also, how good is that Collection liner? Look, this bit is probably the easiest bit, and I'm taking the 237 again, put it through the colour switch, and I'm going into Mermitch, which is actually a really lovely blue shade. Missa. I assume that you're looking and you're all like, blue. I know what you're like. Doesn't take much to get the pigment off that, which I have to say is really good. Because I have found that some of his shades from his other 2 palettes did not perform as well as I might have liked. Don't worry, I will blend that out. That's future Teresa's problem. Same brush again, and I'm going into the matte purple shade, which is called Sour. And I'm just gonna pop that there. Just tap it, because I'm lazy. And I'm also going to be bringing it a little bit under the lash line. So, like I said, super, super simple. What I'm doing now is taking this Sigma E36, and I'm taking it with no product on it, and I'm just going to swish between Appletite and Mermitch. And then I'm going to try and use this same brush again to blend between Sour and Mermitch. So, I know, very complicated. Can't help it. So talented. You can see though you lose quite a bit of the pigment, so I'm taking Sour up again on this brush and just attempting to kind of swish it a little bit here. And then bring it out. I'm going to take a bit of Mermitch onto this and then blend it there. That'll do. I now have, what do I have? I have this brush here. It is the JE10, and I'm going to take Sour and Cocoa Pop, which is the purple and the brown, and I'm just going to pop those there. Pop them together and then just blend them a little bit. Hopefully you can see. If not, oh well. Just enjoy the sound of my voice. My beautiful voice. I'm taking this Sigma E25 and I'm taking it without any product on and just doing it like this. And then finally just taking this 237 again because I'm lazy, and I'm going into the shade Wa Pink. So at this point I think I've used all but one shade. So I can give it a fairly accurate review, I think, of what this palette is like. And that's it. So I'm going to feck off, do the rest of my face, will come back and we'll do the blushes together. I'm back. I have put on the rest of, well, not all of my base makeup, but I have put my foundation on, concealer, and I did a teeny tiny bit of contour to make it look like I have cheekbones and that I'm not a hamster posing as a woman. I love how, like, I always bring my foundation down and on camera I always look utterly insane, but this does match me in reality. It's just the whole thing of lights. So what I want to do, I am so tempted to use Mango Daiquiri, but I'm like, no, Teresa, just do something different. Blah, 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 blah. I want to see what is potentially the best way of applying this, because I know that some people can apply them with brushes. I was going to say blushes, and I was like, what are you doing? Some people apply it with a brush, and some people apply it with a sponge. So I'm going to put a little bit on a sponge for this side, and then on this side I'm going to use a brush. So I just have my Real Techniques buffing brush, which I really like when I'm using liquid blushes, not blushes. So I'm using Peach Sugar because I was like, do something different, Teresa. And I'm just going to pop a teeny tiny bit on here because I feel like less is probably more. Let's see. So I also, by the way, I can never get foundation to stay here. You're the worst. I kind of put my, oh Lord, that's a lot. That is a lot. Okay, I think I'm not a fan of applying it this way. It's kind of coming on a little bit too intense. I like, you see, to put my blush up here and then bring it down. I don't kind of bring it too far. Although actually no, this is going okay, I think. And then whichever method I feel happiest with, that's what I'll use on my nose, because I like to put a bit of blush towards my nose because I think it just looks really nice. Okay, that I think looks pretty okay. Now, again, I'm going to use this brush. And when I'm so professional, putting my glasses onto my head like that, try not to be too intimidated by my sheer talent. So again, I've only put a teeny tiny drop onto this. Let's see. Do I prefer the effect of this? So just stipple it on. I feel about the colour. I don't think it's bad. I like to bring it down a little bit onto like my contour. Not that I'm very good at contouring, but you know. I think there's a kind of a much in that. I think maybe you get a bit more pigment if you use a sponge, and this kind of disperses it a little bit more. Yeah, I look like much more pigmented over on this side. So, don't know which I prefer. I think I'll just use the brush. Words, hard. Difficulty with being a person. Yeah, because I think it just makes it look a little bit nicer. So that's it. I'm going to finish off the rest of my makeup and I'll come back and you can see the eyes and how they look, and I'll tell you what I think of the products overall. So I'm back. I did the rest of my makeup and I put on a lip. It was Fenty, one of the pink ones. Which one? Unlocked. It is really nice. I love their formula, but that's not what we're here to talk about. So I obviously have the Mitchell palette and I have now tried one of the 6 blushes. I'm not calling it a blush. I refuse. But I will zoom you in now so you can actually have a look at the eye look and see what you think of it. Don't be too critical. We're nice on this channel. So this is what it looks like. I obviously have my fringe. Hello fringe. Look at the secrets that it conceals. And without the glasses, this is what it looks like. I mean, I don't hate it. It was a weird colour story, but it came together pretty okay, I think. Maybe. Who knows? So yeah, that is the look. You can also see the blush. I kind of prefer the way that it's applied with a sponge. Now that's just me. I like going a little bit ham with blush. My lord! What is wrong with me? I do like sponge cake though, and I don't eat ham, so I don't know. I don't know what the point of that sentence was. But yeah, I kind of prefer the way that it applies with the sponge. I was using the Kaleido sponge, just in case you were wondering. I'll start off with the blushes. I really like them. Focus, hello. I really like them. I figured I'd go with peach sugar today because let's face it, I'm probably gonna keep using mango daiquiri and that's what I think a lot of people are interested in. So I was like, meh, let's just have a look at this one. I like it. I think it blends really nicely, like whether you use a sponge or a brush, I think it gives you a really nice finish. The pigment is really, really nice. Do I think it's worth the price? I got it for 30% off, I believe, at the time. I happily paid that. But there are lots of other liquid blushes that are coming out on the market now, so I'm like, are these necessary? I do think they're nice. I would probably give them a 9 out of 10. I think they're pretty good. I just cannot stand that they're called Blursh. I don't care if he has a story behind it. I just think it's stupid. And yeah, I'm gonna be petty. I'm gonna take a whole point off of that. Why? It's my channel. I can do what I want, and I've gone crazy with power. But no, they are pretty good. Now the palette. Of course, it came with its own little pouch. Look, I would have been happier to spend €2 less and not have this, that's all I'm saying. The palette itself, it's a bit of an odd colour story. Like, it didn't call to me and it wasn't immediately obvious to me as to what it was that I was going to do with this. But I think it actually worked really well. I think out of all of these, this has the best formula so far. Because I think the worst formula was the green palette. Hello hair, what are you doing? Yeah, the worst formula was the green palette. I think the blue palette then was the next best one, and then this one is the best one so far. I would give this probably a 9 out of 10. Again, I just don't think it's worth its full asking price. I just don't think it is, and I can't stand that as standard it comes with this. Like, I'm not going to be storing my makeup that way. I just amn't, like, just amn't. But I do think it's good. The colour story is a bit odd and mismatched. I'd like to see what other people do with it. If you have this, Do tag me on Instagram. I want to see what looks you have created with this. I am just nosy. I'm very, very nosy. But that's it. That's the end of the video. Do please like, comment and subscribe. Do please share, because sharing is caring, unless of course it's an STD, in which case, you know, wrap it up. Don't be gross. That's it. That's the end of the video, and I will see you guys in the next one. Bye.